Hi, this is Brandon Zachary with Comic Book Resources. I am here today at the red carpet premiere for One Piece Film Red. We're here to talk to some of the creators and some of the cast. Let's get to it.
That man is mustachioed, and he bears a heavy load. He goes where he wants to go. That man is mustachioed.
Thank you. This has been, I know people say this all the time, it sounds like a trope, but it truly is labor of love. Adapting this, bringing this version to English audiences, working with this cast and crew. I've gotten to work with them on the series. It's a joy. I can't believe we're here doing this Grommad's historical site. It's amazing. It's cool. The love for One Piece.
And one of the things I loved about this process for this, the plotline for Red, is that it is kind of a big departure from the rest of the franchise. What was that like to get to not only see as somebody who loves the series, but be a part of, to get to see all of a series that is developed on breaking limits, broke all of its limits.
Did it? Yeah, going from that and seeing the radical change, it's absolutely, when we said it is unlike anything you've seen before, it wasn't just, us saying oh, we'll say that every time. Literally getting such a beautiful character as Uta that's so different from some of these other villains, and having that, getting to put kind of our thumbprint on that, making our mark, getting to be a part of this. If I could tell my younger self who used to watch anime, that you'd get to be, influencing, one of the best, longest running shows, I wouldn't believe you right here. So I guess all of that to say I'm gushing now, but it's unreal. I love that we were able to bring this to audiences.
And then I just want to say, this film is such an immediate success. Even before it's opened in North America, it's already, the 11th biggest film in Japan's history?
Still going. Yeah, I am excited to see how it does here. I know that American or even the English-speaking fans waiting for, sub, the dub. I'm just excited for the One Piece fans to get to see this. So to see how it does, and I hope that they get to keep seeing it over and over again, because it's one of those, it's just a visual feast. You want to just take it all in.
I love the fact that we get to learn more about Luffy. We get some closure with Usopp and his dad, but also the animation on this was just a step above. It was great seeing it. And also, One Piece, has always been liked by a lot of fans, but recently, and some people have been telling me it's because of the pandemic, people needed content to watch, and so there's a lot more people. I get so much love for Usopp and One Piece everywhere I go now. It's amazing.
It's definitely good, like you said, to get into Luffy's past and see his connections. But the music in the show is incredible, and it's wonderful to see how that's a central character throughout. And then, Usopp with his dad, Robin digging back into her skills as an archaeologist. It's nice when she actually gets to use her smarts and use that. So it was nice voicing her to see that moment happen. But the animation is gorgeous, and anytime that we get together and work on something like this, it's exciting. It is. We love each other.
That's awesome. And then, so both of you have had such a history with this franchise, and this is such a departure, and it's like you said, it's still growing. It's still the biggest thing. It's the 11th biggest film in Japan ever. That's wild.
Your excitement is so wonderful.
I'm a cartoon character who came out like Roger Rabbit, but broke into the real world. But from your perspective,
Tell us more.
what has surprised you the most, especially kind of getting to see just how much people coming and finding the series? What has surprised you the most about the experience of being a piece of One Piece?
Well, you said something about it just keeps coming and coming. My father had told me recently, it's you need to enjoy this. Take the time to enjoy it, because when you're old, you want to look back on this. I said, Dad, I'm going to be old recording this show. I won't be looking back on it. I'll be still doing it.
Yes, it's incredible, the fans that love the show and have loved us. We felt it.
Yeah.
When we get to go to conventions and events like this and meet people like you. It's just the universe of it is amazing, and I think we're also thankful. We're also thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's an amazing
something
series.
Special.
Yeah.
But it's genius.
Here's the thing, is that you've been on One Piece before, you've been a part of this franchise before, but not to this level.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I voiced Queen Otohime in the Fishman arc a long time ago, like many, many years ago. So I'm really happy to be back. I love this series. It brings a lot of good memories. So.
And the thing about Uta is that you're getting to not only come back to the series, but you're coming back to the series in quietly a really important role. Like, it's the kind of character that makes fans of the series go,
Oh, yeah.
like, what was it like to kind of step into that role and step into that character and like have the moment of, oh, okay, I'm a big piece of this. Okay.
I mean, I had seen art for Uta, and I'd kind of seen some of the music and stuff. And so when I got the email or the phone call that was like, "We'd like to have you as Uta," I was like, "Oh my God, are you sure?" Like, I love her so much. I think she's my favorite One Piece character, and I'm not even saying that because I voiced her in English, but I just love her so much. I feel like fans are just going to be enamored by her when they come see the movie.
And one of the fun things about it, and what I've been telling everybody, is that the fact that One Piece got to have a musical film, and you not only got to have a character who you got to have this important, great connection to the rest of the world and the universe, you also got to literally have the power of music on your side. Like, what was that like to get to play with in this kind of way?
It was super fun. Sadly, we didn't get to dub the songs, but it was super fun to hear them and to be able to play off of them for the scenes. And I'm just really happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then what do you, like, because this is over 1,000 episodes, the manga's been around for 25 years, the dub's been around for 15. It's the 11th biggest thing in Japan ever, like, in film-wise. Like, it is such love for this franchise. And this is such a fun deviation from the kind of the norm of what you expect from it. What are you most excited for fans to see about this film?
I think it's interesting. I think it's a good. All the characters are being brought together in a huge movie. There's so many characters in this movie, and I think fans are going to be able to find someone that they love in every single shot, and I think that's really amazing. And obviously the music just ties it all together. I think it's a really amazing feat that they pulled together really well.
Even though it is One Piece, it's one of the biggest benchmarks of this medium at this point, but it is also Red is such a unique diversion from the rest of the franchise, from the kind of the tone that the rest of the series has. It's a full-blown musical at various points. Yeah. Like, what are you most excited to see fans get to experience about something that's this true to the show, but also, very different?
Well, it is, like you said, it's like a concert show. It's like a musical. You get to go, and seeing it in a theater with the full sound and everything is incredible. That, and you get to see some characters come back that you haven't seen for a while, and if you're anything like me, you will lose it, because it was great to hear them again.
It's a musical, but it's not a fluffy musical. No. It's not all tra-la-la, everything's great. Like, it gets heavy. It gets really heavy, but it earns it, which is nice. So, in the midst of the songs, the callbacks with the characters, the action, you're like, oh, everyone's got a good reason for doing what they're doing. Which is nice. It earns it. So.
It's kind of what you want from something like this. Absolutely. And one of the other things I love is that this is already one of the most. It wasn't even released in kind of North American audiences yet, European audiences yet. It's already the 11th biggest Japanese film of all time. Like, it's already massive.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Like, what is it from your perspective, from the two of you, getting to not only be fans of it, to love this stuff, but also be a part of it? What has surprised you the most? What has kind of caught you about this experience?
It's a high point for something that we've been doing for. I mean, you've been in it for what, 700 some odd episodes or something like that? I've been in it like 600-ish or something. And to see the fan response, and for it to get here, where we're here in this building, where we did a premiere there, is incredible. The fans' response, and they know the whole show, and so it's great to be on this ride with them.
This is so much love for One Piece. It is one of the endearing kind of pieces of this medium at this point. And what is it like from your perspective, getting to be a piece of One Piece? Like,
piece of One Piece. I mean, it's anytime you get to be in a show at all. Like I was saying to someone earlier, what's our favorite job? The next job. If someone tells me I get to work again, I am so happy. But to get to be part of this on several occasions. I played Kikyo a number of years ago in the Amazon Lily arc, and then Anthony said, I want you to play this Brûlé character, and I was like, oh cool, let's check her out. and she was so much fun. And I worked on it for long enough that I got kind of spoiled. I got kind of used to it, and then I was done. And then he's like, "Hey, there's a movie." So it is. I suspect it will go on a really long time because they never stop coming up with stories and they never stop coming up with characters. And I love how it all gets connected together. You know.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing to me. Many years ago, I remember Mike McFarland and I sequestering ourselves in his hotel room at an anime convention because we had to pick the original crew for the Straw Hats. We had to do the casting for that, and just to think that how far it's come since then. Those days of hey, we get to pick the crew for this awesome show that we love so much, and now this, Hollywood premiere. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
It blows my mind to be even a small part of it.
I'm having a bit of imposter syndrome. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of fun, but it's weird. Something's weird. And one of the things that I do love, and I love that everybody else is also just 100% enjoying about this film, is that it is a different beast. It is a musical. It is an arena musical at that.
Absolutely.
What was it like kind of getting to tackle a series from a series all about kind of breaking limits, doing new things, and
I've only seen the parts I recorded, so I really had no idea what to expect. And it was very different, but I mean, what a beautiful story.
Yeah.
And that's about all I can say, but cool songs. I always love hearing it always takes me in a direction that I never expect to go.
Yeah.
And it was super cool.
And I play a couple characters in the show, but I'm not even in this movie, so I had no idea what to expect. And but yeah, after 20 plus years, where do you go? You got to do something fun and different, and take the shot. And it was really, really fun.
Musical's a hell of a way to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of computer animation too, as well as the traditional 2D stuff, which I thought was really cool the way they blended that together.
Yeah.
And it was like Fantasia. Almost,
Fantasia anime. Yeah.
Fantasia anime.
That's what you want. That's your tagline at the end of it.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want on the poster. Thank you both so much.
And
having
been a CBR.
Of course.
I remember when it stood for something.
I remember
what those letters stood for.
I still write about them. I'm our X-Men guy. Thank you.